Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the series. First recording since the big bulk recording, and I might do some more bulk recording today. But a little news, still probably for now, gonna only be me on the quote unquote commentary team because my friends that who I would get to help me, they work. I don't right now, so I had a lot of free time, and they don't. So we'll try to get someone in when we can. But for now, at least this game, this recording, is going to be just me. And before we get to the game, which I've decided, I like knuckleballers. We're going to do the John Beaver game against Jameson Tyone. But before that, I think it's time we actually do some trades. I know haven't really been in the comments because, not everybody's there. No, we're still looking, but we're gonna do some trades because we saw Riley Tall get hurt, and we just need some backup, right? We need some backup play because Carla Quinn is not great against left-handed pitching, and we need someone in the infield who can platoon with her right now. Was good at left-handed, good against left-handed pitching. So we are gonna go to the Phillies, and we are gonna take from them Austin Hayes and Rodolfo Castro. Now, Rodolfo Castro, he can play short, second, and third. Only one he can't play is first, but, where we need him in the infield with Carla Quinn, you can see there against left-handed pitching, he is really good. He's only 24. And Austin Hayes, we're going to pick up because we desperately need someone out there in the outfield not named Bartholomew Globenson, who's actually good against left-handed pitching and to platoon with Speedy McDaniel. Sorry, there's a lot of spit in my mouth. I don't know why you needed to know that, but you're going to know that. And you can see there, maybe his power is not the greatest, but that contact is 99. It's down 3 from 102. Because, this game, it'll give players over 100 in a stat, but then they immediately lose it, and it tanks their overall. But we're going to take Austin Hayes. And giving back to them, we're going to have to give them probably our highest overall, even though he's a C, our highest overall prospect in Zach Cole. We're going to give him give them just to set off the money. Give him up just brought up Wes Powers. And he's a bit older, but he's a B overall, and he can play all over the infield if they get an injury. And that's going to be Gray Kissinger. As you can see, he's in the old Astros jersey. He shouldn't be here. And this is the trade. For them, they say they're looking for a right fielder, and I know Zach Cole isn't a right fielder, but he's a center fielder. He immediately becomes, if they need a backup, because Kyle Schwarber's probably DHing. Josh Rojas and Johan Rojas, sorry, not Josh Rojas. He plays for the Mariners. Johan Rojas and Brandon Marsh are probably playing the other outfields. Nicholas Castellanos, I don't know what he's doing. He's playing games. I don't know where they have him though. Jordan Lupo is hurt in their minor leagues, and he's 30. So I am giving them a young outfielder with a pretty decent overall that can come in for them if they get an injury. I'm dumping Wes Powers' contract because we need something to offset because we're $146 million in the hole. And like I said, not great, but he's got a B overall. He's only 26. He can play all over the infield. He's got speed. He's got fielding. He can be there for him. And they're not using Rodolfo Castro. He's in the minors. Austin Hayes has only played 8 games. They're not using him. They would both come to our team and immediately be key players in the lineup against lefties. So this is the first trade we are pulling off. See there, Rodolfo Castro now on the team. Austin Hayes on the team. And speaking of before we get into other trades, we are actually going to, because he's been starting there, he's been doing good. We are going to officially change Burger McDonald's primary position to shortstop. His overall actually goes back up to 87, even though you can see the minuses there across the board. And now we're going to go to Speedy McDaniel, and we are going to make him, not his attributes, what am I doing? We're going to take his primary position, and we are going to make it left field. And that means we're going to change his secondary position to outfield and first base, so if we need him over there, he can still play first base. But that should take him from a 70 overall to now he is higher than Austin Hayes and a 73 overall. So those are good positional moves that we like to do. All right. Now, you see there, we are 27 of 26 active. That's because we're about to go make a couple more trades before we get into the gameplay here. And that is that is to Cleveland. Sorry, he is doing very good for the start of the year. You see there, 19 games, only 2 home runs, but he's 333, 418 on base. No, 333 average, 418 on base, 493 slugging for 910 OPS. He is our starting catcher, but our starting creative first baseman is not doing great. He is not doing great at all. And we need young players we can develop, and I was looking and I think again, he's only played in 8 games. I think I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yohan Kenzie Noel, I think is how it's pronounced. Sorry if I butchered the name. I think it's Yohan Kenzie Noel. He's only played in 8 games. He's 22, B overall. He has way better fielding metrics than Clutch McGee. He hasn't committed an error in 55 innings. He is someone who can help solidify the middle to bottom of the order. And in this deal, we'd be giving it. Now, I looked and I also kind of wanted. Where is he? Daniel Espanzo to get that, get a young pitcher. But as you can see, there's too much. Whereas we can just get Yokenzie Noel. And I like the trade. I like it a lot for us. Because again, it gives us a young guy. Because look, right now they have Josh Naylor, who is an all-star caliber player, even though he's only got this year and next year for him. But they also have Kyle Manzardo, who has a potential, and he's usually up to, at least by the end of the season, he's usually up to like 70 to overall to maybe even up to 72. So they have another good young first baseman in their system. Now we could trade for Kyle Manzardo and go low overall, which we could then also add, now that I'm thinking this, we could also probably add Daniel Espanzo, which now makes me think this should be the trade, because we get that young pitching when we get rid of Darryl Ramsey later. And again, it says it gives them a good starting catcher. I like Bo Naylor, but Bo Naylor never progresses in this game. I don't know why. He's a good young catcher, but he just like never progresses. Even though he's having a great start to the season with a 606 slugging. Go Bo Naylor. But giving them Jovan, I think, is the right move for us right now and for them. Because I wonder if I can keep one of my... No, I have to get rid of him. Okay, that's fine. We're actually going to swap up from Yohan Kenzie Noel. Go Kyle Manzardo. And to get Daniel Espanzo, because we need young developable pitching. He's only 23. He's going to get better. This is actually the trade, I think. This is the trade. So this is the trade we're going to pull off. Boom. Deal done. Now I know what you're thinking. I mean, fix it later. We'll put Daniel Esponzo back down in AAA. But I know what you're thinking. Well, we don't have a catcher now. Who is going to be that catcher? And who is going to be that catcher right now is a first baseman for the Oakland A's. Oh, I don't know if we can pull that off now. I forgot. Where's Oakland? And that is for Tyler Stroderstrom. He's a first baseman right now, but we can go to catcher, and every time I trade for him, he always performs better than his overall. Like, I have a offline personal rebuild franchise going right now where he's only a 72 overall, and he has 25 home runs at the end of August. I'm hoping so in this one, but for me, he always plays above his overall, which is why I like him. So in this trade, we're going to give up our young 18-year-old Kenzie Gomes in center field. Because he's only 18. He's got a 63 overall. Sure, it's C potential, but he's got speed. He's got fielding. And Oakland is known to develop players like this. Like, he'll instantly become one of their best outfield prospects. So we do that. The other trade piece was waste baskets, which apparently this will do, but I think they might need a little more. Like, let me look at some of my other trades, because there's one more trade I want to do, and I'm going to show you it. I think because we don't have him in a trade, maybe maybe not Jacob Milton. Maybe we do. We give him a pitcher. So I could always use pitching. He's 24. We're probably not going to use him. I feel like they deserve something good. So, you know what? We are going to give them Jacob Melton. We lose one of our top trading pieces later down the line, but they deserve something good. He's a left fielder. They have J.J. Bleday and Miguel Andujar. J.J. Bleday is good, and they'll have him for a while. But Miguel Andujar is, as you can see, he's sorry. He's kind of meh after his rookie season in 2018, which is fantastic for the Yankees. But then it goes to Seth Brown, and it'll be good. So that trade is done. We'll switch him to second. And now there is 2 more trades we're going to do, I think. Unless we want to maybe keep Kyle Manzardo down in the minors until maybe All-Star break, which, you know what, we might do. We might do that. But there is one more trade, although I thought about it and I realized what I want to do, but I just want to show you this the people I want to trade and who I could get for it. But it's not realistic, so we're not obviously doing it, but I just want to show you this crazy trade. So it's you and then our final out center fielder. And this is a crazy one. We're not doing, but I could do. To the Tigers, we would be getting rid of Gregor Winston, Miguel Ulola, and Quincy Hamilton. And we could get Jackson Jobe. He's a 62 overall right now as a reliever, but I guarantee if we switched him over to a starting pitcher, he would be not even optional. So we're not going to do that. In fact, we're going to, before getting into the gameplay after this final trade, we're going to switch him. DL Hall was another kind of crazy one with the Brewers I could get for this package. This is not, those aren't realistic packages. I thought about them, and there's a couple, but I don't think it would work out. And there is a team, I just got to choose who I want now. But there is a team that will work out. And that is the Pirates. They've got plenty of money to spare. I know they're taking on a salary dump from us in Gregor Winston, and they're kind of getting nothing in return. But they'll still be able to purchase next season because we're giving them 10.6. But coming off their books in 1 year is after this year, McCutcheon's 5 million, Michael A. Taylor's 4 million, so that's 9 million coming off their books right now. They have let's see who else is coming off their payroll. They'll probably have Rowdy Telez. Yeah, that's 3 million. That's 13 million right there. So they will lose more than they are taking. So it's basically nothing for them. It's a nothing trade for them. They're just giving me pieces. And I thought maybe Ji Hwan Bei is one of the options because he's young. He can play almost everywhere on the field except for first and catcher. He's speedy. He's got good fielding. He's got good hit. He's a B potential, and he can grow. Although I remember correctly during the regular season that he wasn't maybe the greatest of persons. There was some form of investigation into him, I think. I think it was just like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to speculate because I don't remember, but I know something with him in the regular season happened. And I don't remember what it was, so I'm just gonna say maybe not the greatest of persons, but it is a video game, and he is good, young, and developable with B potential. Can play all over the field. We do need a utility man. I really wanted Tremor Johnson, but as you can see, Tremor Johnson doesn't work. Plus Jihan Bay, because I know you were thinking, oh, you're taking away a good developable player for them, but yes, they have Nick Gonzalez, who is the same age and 10 overall points higher. They have Tremor Johnson, who we just saw, who is 19 and the same overall as Ji Hwan Bei. So he's the option. Or the other one is we're getting rid of a reliever. So why not grab a reliever from them in the minors? And that would be Kyle Nicholas. He pitched 4 games for him last year. He's 25. He's got a C potential, but he's 70 overall. We would have him for till 2030 potentially. He velocity, his break isn't the best, but he's got a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, a 91-mile-an-hour slider, an 83-mile-an-hour curveball. He's got a good strikeout rate. His walk rate is a little low, but his home runs per 9, hit per 9 is really good. His pitching clutch is really up there. He would immediately become one of the best relievers in our bullpen. Giving up Gregor Winston, he'd slot in right behind Jordan Michael. And the more I think about it, the more I wonder if I can maybe grab both. No. So let me take out Miguel. I have so many. I wish I could do that. Can't do that. We just got him. Is there anyone who you're willing to take? Lenny Kearney. I mean, you're saying you need a right fielder. You do have Connor Joe after McCutcheon, but this guy's young. He's really fast, really good fielding. He doesn't have very good hit tools, but he's 27. He's 67 overall. He's the same potential as Connor Joe, who's a little better against lefties, but he's a lot younger. I think we trade up the trade again and get them both. That's the trade. So in conclusion, as you saw there, we got rid of some salary, went from 146 million down to now only 100 million or 101 million in the negative. So we're cutting payroll. We're getting it down a little. But those are going to be our trades for now. So now let's go to our roster. Danielle Esposito, we're going to put you back down in AAA because we just want you to hopefully continue to develop. Your breaking stuff isn't the greatest, but you got good velocity. You got growable strikeout percentage or strikeout rate, per 9. You're gonna sit in the minor leagues for now. There's Kyle Nicholas. See, he immediately becomes our second best reliever on the team. This guy's still here. He needs to go away. But we can't move him down. Next up, we move Tyler Soderstrom back to catcher, and he goes from a 64 overall up to a 68. So there we go with that. Kyle Manzardo, we're going to move you down. You still have options. Who can we... Oh, you know what? You, hand and arm, you can go down. And there's one more. Just so it's not out of depth, we're going to take this Cam Fisher guy real quick. Move him to just center fielder. I don't like the red there, so now we have at least 3. Cannon arm. Who else do we move? We could move down. We're not moving Alice. Bartholomew has actually been doing relatively good in his limited time, but we have Austin Hayes now. Ronald Winchester has not done good, and he's worth 19. You know what? We're losing our late inning contact speed guy. But right now, our roster, I feel like moving him down is a little better without him. So now we go. So we're going to do John Beaver. I went to the wrong thing. We go to lineups. We got versus right-handed. Tyler Soderstrom fits right in there at the 7 hole. Now the lineup looks a little better. I like it a little better. I do. And with that, and then we go to left-handed. We also put Tyler Soderstrom in there. And instead of Carla Quinn, who has the abysmal contact for his left, we throw in Rodolfo Castro with his 71 contact and 87 power versus left-handed pitching. And we take Speedy McDaniel and we throw Austin Hayes in there. And now we're going to do a little swapperoo here just to make it feel a little more even to me. And look at that. See, contact 99. Now, I like our lineup right now with Riley Tall out. With Austin Hayes, Rodolfo Castro in there. I like Austin Hayes in there anyway, just for getting Speedy McDaniel some break against left-handed hitting. And even though he's on a hot streak, we know it's not going to last with Bartholomew Globenstein. I mean, his contact is 21. His power is 51. He's got speed. But we know this probably is not going to last. Plus, we're going to be trading him anyway. But I think our lineup looks a bit better now, especially after the injury. And see, you know what? We went up. We were ranked 30th overall in rank, in contact, in pitching, still in defense. But we've gone up 3 overall ranks to 27th. We're now 23rd in contact, 29th in pitching. We've gone up 1. We're 2nd in power, 21st in speed. We got a little better. Our team is 12 and 11. I feel like that's going to change because I'm going to stop talking here in a second, cut out starting the game part, and I'm going to turn the difficulty up again just to see how that works. So anyway, thanks for sticking around for this kind of long intro. I'm going to go to the game now, and we'll talk a little bit after. See you then. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's game. I'm your announcer, Sharky Boy, and we are in Wrigley Field here in Chicago to see the Austin Roosters go against the Chicago Cubs. Before we get into today, we got some major trades for our team here, the Austin Roosters. After Riley Tall went down, they made some trades. They got from the Phillies Austin Hayes and Rodolfo Castro. Got Kyle Manzardo and Daniel Esponzo from the Cleveland Guardians. And Tyler Stroderson from the Oakland A's. We're going to be seeing him starting tonight now at catcher. See Isak Paredes there, highlight pitcher for the Cubs. On the mound today for the Cubs, Jameson Taillon. Started 4 games, 2-0 record, 24 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA, a 1.2 whip, 17 strikeouts, 16.8% strikeout rate, and a 3% walk rate. So he does not walk a lot of people so far to start the season. And up bat first today for the Roosters, Veronica Mars. You see there, an 11-game hitting streak. She has been tearing it up these first 24 games of the season. See, last game she was 1 for 4 with a base hit. Kept that hit streak alive. She fouls off the first pitch, which is a cutter, for strike 1. Takes that curveball for a strike 2. You see the Cubs there. They are first in the NL Central. They are 14-9 to start the year. And Veronica Mars smacks one hard but foul. I don't know why we went to that camera there, camera crew. That was only 87 miles an hour off the bat. That was going to be nowhere near a home run. You see, it's a bit rainy to start the day today, the evening, as Veronica Mars looks at that fastball. The bottom of the zone for strike 3, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. Yeah, see, just caught looking. Thought it was a little low. But it gets called strike 3. Well, again, a new acquisition starting today at catcher. He's going to be batting 7th in the lineup, Tyler Soderstrom. So Joanna Becker swings and misses at that fastball for a strike. And you know, this team getting rid of a few really bad contracts in the process. They also got a reliever from the Pirates along with Ji-Hwan Bae, who is also getting the start tonight, batting 9th in the lineup, giving Speedy McDaniel a day off today. He was feeling a bit tired. As Joanna Becker also gets caught looking at a fastball on the edge of the zone for out number 2. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Jameson Taillon. I'll bring up Freya Allen. Still batting in that number 3 spot since Riley Tall went down. She's been, ever since taking that 3 spot in the lineup for the injury, she has been on a hot streak. We last saw her in Washington, D.C. She only had 4 home runs. It's been a week since she took over the 3rd spot, and she's hit 4 home runs in that week. She is on fire right now. And she is now down 0-2. See what happens here. She fouls off that cutter. Keep the at-bat alive. Well, I know this team got rid of some bad contracts. Got some good players in return. Got rid of Joe Vaughn for some young talent. And she takes that for a ball. You know, which is what this team needs. They need young talent. You know, like I said, got Kyle Manzardo and Daniel Esponzo from the Guardians. Got a good young pitching prospect and got a backup plan because right now Clutch McGee is still not very clutch. As Freya Allen has battled her way kind of back into this at bat. It is 2-2 now. Here in the top of the first. And she swings and misses at that 4-seam top of the zone. Jameson Taillon strikes out the side here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Still tied. 0-0. On the mound today for the Roosters, John Beaver. It's been 4 games, 0-1 record, 14 1/3 innings, 11.93 ERA, a 2.44 whip, only 9 strikeouts. Strikeout rate 11.5%, walk rate 10%. Not having the greatest start to the year so far. As Nico Horner leads off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first. He takes that knuckleball for a ball. See there, Austin Roosters 12-12, sixth in the wild card hunt right now. Still second place though in the division, as that knuckleball is also a ball. It's only 2 pitches, but so far that knuckleball has not been knuckling. As Horner swings at that outside fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. There's Joanna Becker. She's going to take her time, throw it across the first for the first out of the game. For the Cubs, anyway. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. I'm not like the announcer or anything. Anyway, last 10 games, see there? Cody Bellinger highlighted 10 for 39 with a 256 average. You know, not great, but not bad either. As Mike Tauchman steps in for the Cubs now. He's hitting 296 on the year so far. You know, we talk about, you know, in the top half of the inning. You see Mike Tauchman there, 15 runs scored, tied 7th in the NL. Talk about in the top half. These trades, getting rid of some bad contracts. One of them being Waste Basket. That's his name, indeed. It was his nickname, and he just went with it. They called him Waste Basket not because he's not that great at baseball, but he could eat anything. Not like those people in Ripley's Believe It or Not, as John Beaver strikes out Mike Tauchman looking for the second out of the inning. Where, you know, like, not like Ripley's Believe It or Not, where people are eating glass or metal, but like he could eat anything food-wise and it wouldn't affect him. Like, there was one time these guys went to the sushi bar and he ate a whole thing of wasabi. Didn't even faze him. Anyway, Burger McDonald makes the third out there. Go to the top of the second inning. No hits, still tied, 0-0. Now stepping up to the plate, the man who made the third out in the bottom of the first, Burger McDonald. Fourth in the AL in RBIs with 23, tied with Freya Allen for the team lead in home runs with 8, 378 on the year. But going back to the bottom of the inning, yeah, they called him Waste Basket because, like I said, sushi bar, wherever you get it, ate a whole thing of wasabi, didn't faze him, ate some of the world's hottest hot sauce on chicken wings, like he's on the Hot Wings YouTube channel, didn't faze him. Man could eat anything, and he was A-okay. So they started calling him Waste Basket because even if the food was absolutely horrible to everybody else, the man would still eat it and would not get sick or anything. It's Burger McDonald, a long first out there. Tauchman runs it down. See there, Burger McDonald thought he had extra bases, but Tauchman runs it down. Now stepping in, Clutch McGee. Still not living up to his name. He's only hitting 217 on the year. Another person we saw get traded away was Wes Powers. He in another bad contract. Well, you know, the team loved him. He was they called him Wes Powers. His real name was Wes Powers, but they also called him his nickname Austin Powers because he was just hilarious. Everybody on the team loved him. He was just one of the most funny guys. He was maybe not big, but in the local Texas scene, he was a comedian. He would travel on. He was a pretty funny guy, and you know the team hates to see him go, but they understand that they're an MLB team now with his contract. They need to win, but nothing happened in the top of the second. Still tied, 0-0, going to the bottom half. Now stepping up to the plate, Seihei Suzuki for the Cubs. First on the Cubs with a 938 OPS. He's in 299 on the season here in the 4th spot. And that knuckleball again, not really knuckling. So Seihei 8th in the NL in slugging. You know, every year this man has gotten better and better since coming over, and you know the Cubs got to be happy with that. You know, you get better and better every year. It's good to know your money is not wasted, and their money is definitely not wasted with Seihei Suzuki. Right now, Seihei gonna ground out to Carla Quinn, throws over to first for the out. One away here in the bottom half. Stepping in Isaac Paredes, 268 average on the year, 784 OPS, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. As he takes that curveball for a ball. It's the changeup foul over the net there in right field. And, you know, another guy that this team got rid of with bad contract, but they're like Gregor Winston, relief pitcher. You know, he was in that bullpen as Paredes flies out to Freya Allen for the second out. You know, Gregor, he got his chance, and he was doing okay. He was below average numbers this year, but you know, you hate to see him go. You know, he was another beloved member of this team. He was the guy. He was a cook. That was his normal job before coming to the MLB. He was a cook at a pretty fancy restaurant. So they knew the team would be well fed. Now stepping up to the plate, Tyler Soderstrom, their newest acquisition. You know, see yesterday, started off hot in the first game against these Cubs. Got a hit every at bat. He's already got 1 home run, 1 RBI, 1,000 batting average right now. But he has only played 1 game this season. But he's gonna smack that up the middle for a base hit. He's gonna keep the 1,000 batting average going into his second game on the season. Sadly, it won't last that long, but we can hope. Anyway, stepping in now, Carla Quinn, the second baseman tonight. She fouls that first pitch off. You know, she was just kind of the backup roaming infielder when people needed it out. Now she's been thrust into a starting job. She takes that cutter for a strike. And so far, since the starting job, she's actually been doing better. You know, when she was on the bench, she was only hitting, I think, like the low 200s. And now she's up there at 256 average on the year, taking over the starting job. So she flies out there, but she's been, you know, she's got the pressure of starting now. And so far, the pressure hasn't got to her. She's been actually doing pretty good, which is good news for our team here. And here comes one of our newer acquisitioned players, Ji Hwan Bae. Said getting a start in left field tonight, giving Speedy McDaniel the day off. He's a little tired. So Ji Hwan Bae smacks one into center, and it's going to get down for a base hit. That thing was... thought it was going to be caught. That thing was just hanging in the air, but it gets down for a 1-out single. We got runners on first and second now with only 1 away here in the top of the third. As Veronica Mars swings and misses at that fastball up and away for strike 1. There only 1 hit so far in the series. She struck out last at bat looking. You don't see that too often from Veronica Mars. She takes that slurve just outside for a baller. See there? Mars first on the team in OPS because she's just a beast at the plate and a beast at the field. She swings at that low and in fastball. Or low and in. That was just low mid. I'm sorry about that, folks. She's just been a beast in this leadoff spot. Burger McDonald has also been a beast. But she swings at that slurve that hit her in the foot for out number 2. Oh, look at that. The camera crew didn't even want to see that ugly swing. What is going on tonight, Veronica? That's a strike for Joanna Becker. Excuse me. Oh man, sorry about that, folks. Sorry about the cough. Throat is a little dry. Should probably take a drink of my water here in between innings. She looks at that, swerve way up and away for two stolen bases on the year for Joanna Becker. Tied for second on the team. That's surprising. She fouls off that fastball. Keeps the at-bat alive. Here 1-2. That slurve again, way outside for ball 2. She has fought her way back into this at bat. 3-2 now. Ball bounces way out. Runners advance. Joanna Becker goes down in the at bat early. Has fought her way back to a 3-2 count. See, they're right off the knee pad. Rafael Betancourt bounces way up the line, almost past. Actually, I think it is halfway past the up to third base. See what she does here. 3-2 count. She fouls off a cutter. Keeping the at-bat alive. Oof. Fouls it off. That was the pitch she needed right there. That was the pitch she needed. She swings and misses at that up fastball. It would have been ball 4. Jamison Tyone gets out of it. Get our first 2 hits of the ball game, but it going to the bottom of the third remains a 0-0 game. Now stepping up to play, Dansby Swanson for the Cubs here to lead off the third inning. Man, excuse me, I don't know what is going on with me today with this tickle in my throat. Sorry, folks. Swanson's going to swing at the first pitch and fly out to Clutch McGee over there for out number 1. Oh my, I am sorry, folks. I do not know where this tickle in my throat just came out of nowhere here in the top of the third inning and will not go away. Now batting Matt Mervis for the Cubs. Gonna take that first pitch and foul it off for strike 1. Looking out for ball 1 there, that fastball. 170 on the year for Matt Mervis, getting a couple of back-to-back starts here, giving Michael Busch a day off. And that knuckleball, again, did not knuckle. That just looked like a real slow curve, and Matt Mervis hits it into the outfield, and Veronica Mars throws it to first. I don't know what that was about. Just that knuckleball did not knuckle. Just looked like a big, loopy, hanging curve. And gets absolutely smacked into center field for a base hit. I mean, that knuckleball had a little dance to it, but I don't think John Beaver's got the knuckleball working today. They keep throwing it. I think they need to play off the fastball more and use his other breaking stuff, because that's been on. Just the knuckleball has not. As Christian Betancourt takes that fastball for a strike. It's a change up to Becker to Quinn to McGee for the double play to end the inning. The Cubs finally get their first hit in the third as well, but Christian Betancourt grounds into a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. We go to the top of the fourth, still 0-0. Next up to the plate, Freya Allen 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the first. The inning where Tyone struck out the side. They had him working a little bit, but he get it. And Freya Allen absolutely smacks one to center field. Got the center fielder running back, but on the warning track there to make the catch is Bellinger. This rain definitely dampening down the balls. That could have been a 1-0 lead if it was maybe sunny. Burger McDonald now up to the plate today. He is 0 for 1 today with a long fly out. And he looks absolutely silly swinging at that cutter for strike one. You see there, he's got a 1.4 WAR already. Good for 8th in the AL. In only 24 games, he's got a top 10 WAR. Veronica Mars, I believe, is leading the way in that category. If not, she is definitely at least top 5, maybe even top 3 in the AL now for a WAR through 24 games. Shows you how important she has been and how good she has been for this team so far. As a Burger McDonald fouls that one off for strike 2. We got a 2-2 count here, top of the 4th. 1 out. Burger McDonald is going to get caught a little behind that fastball. Going to pop it up. Mavis there, or Mervis, for the catch for out number 2. Stepping in now is Clutch McGee. He is 0 for 1 today with a fly out. And that batting average just continues to drop. See, immediately swings at a middle slurve. That's a home run pitch for 99.9% of the batters in this league. And Clutch McGee grounds out to first. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still tied 0-0. Stepping up to the plate now for the Cubs is the second baseman, Nico Horner, leadoff hitter. Takes a knuckleball. Kind of the first decent knuckleball so far we've seen from Beaver tonight. For strike 1. You know, I know it didn't really say what's going on, who's coming up to bat for the Cubs this inning, but I mean, as the announcer of this team, I don't know. They need to do something with Clutch McGee. I mean, that was a middle hanging slurve. That, like I said, that is a home run probably for 99.9% of the league. And even for people who don't have great pop, that's like a home run ball. And Clutch McGee, who has pop in his bat, rolls over the top of it and grabs out to first base. I mean, we got to do something here with him. We got to get rid of him, give him a few days off to get his head right. Got to do something. Because this has got to stop. We're 24 games in, and he's not been living up to his name. You know, I know it's still early. You know, I know some of you are probably going to say, but it's only 24 games. He'll turn it around. But, which, you know, again, you know, I'm hoping you're right and can be the way things happen. But right now, as the announcer of this team, I hope the GM makes some more trades, and he's one of them. As Mike Tachman gets a walk there. First walk of the game for John. A runner on first. Oh, man. Cody Bellinger back. Oh, Tachman takes off. But it's going to be hit out there to center. Mars is going to catch it. Throws it in. Tachman back safely. 2 gone now. Try for the old hit and run. Could not execute. Seiya Suzuki. I think I was saying Seiya Suzuki. My bad. It's Seiya Suzuki. Of course, signed out of Japan. Been with the Cubs now for a few years. And, you know, he's good. You know, he's a good player. Wish our Austin Roosters had him. He could be a help. Don't know where he would play. I like our outfield spots with Speedy McDaniel. As a ball in the dirt, Talkman takes off. He's in there at second safely. Takes it to a 3-1 count now with a runner on second. You know, we like our outfield now with Austin Hayes and Speedy McDaniel platooning in left, Veronica in center, Freya in right. So I don't know where Saya would play if he was on this team, but hey, you know, talent's talent. You would find a way. It's a 3-2 count, and Ji-Hwan Bae out there left makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing there in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th inning, still tied 0-0. Bottom of the lineup coming up for the Roosters. And aforementioned kind of bottom of the lineup, Alice Bowles leading off the inning. She's 0 for 1 today. And swings of that up at fastball at her eyes for strike 1. Takes that fastball and it's going to ground out to third here for the first out of the game. Or game? Oh my god, inning. See, folks, this cough got me all messed up. I don't know what is going on. You probably even heard me burp a few times, a little too. I apologize. I've been trying to keep those quiet, but if you heard them, I do apologize. You see, last game for Tyler, 4 for 4, and he's already 1 for 1 today. He is now down in the count 0-2. Let's see if he can keep his perfect streak to the start of this season for him alive. And he's not. He's going to swing for a strikeout. 6th strikeout of the day for Tyone. There are 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Carla Quinn. She's going to smack one down the line just past the diving Paredes at third for a base hit. She caught that curveball right on the button. 102 mile an hour off the bat. We got a little something going on here in the top of the 5th. Let's see. Ji-Hwan Bae is going to try his best apparently to stop that, swinging at a ball above his helmet almost. Carla Quinn takes her lead at second. Ji-Hwan Bae's got the speed, but he cannot beat that out. So nothing happening after the 2-out single by Carla Quinn. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for the plate, Isaac Paredes for the Cubs. He is 0 for 1 today. 3 for 5 on the season. Oh my god. Again, it's got series. I don't know what's going on with my mind today. I'm a bit scrambled. I'm sorry, folks. It's going to be a fly out there to Veronica for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. And you know, we asked the GM after the trades what he thinks, and he says, you know, he likes the team better now, especially with the Riley Tall injury. You know, now we have, you know, a good platoon there in the infield. At second with Carla Quinn and Castro, because, you know, Carla Quinn, she's good against the righties, not so great against lefties. So, you know, they fixed that there. We won't be seeing them today, unfortunately, at least in Austin Hayes and Castro. But you know, we got that reliever in the bullpen we might see today. I'm talking as me now, not what the GM quoted in the interview. It's me, the announcer. I probably should have made that clear earlier, but yeah, it's me. But continue what the GM said. He likes the trades. He likes the platoon. He likes adding a good bullpen piece. He liked adding the young pitcher in Esponzo and Kyle Manzardo, who honestly at this point is probably a better starter, in at least in me, the announcer's opinion, who probably could be a better starter than Clutch McGee has been right now, at least in terms of the plate. He's actually been a decent fielder. It's the only time he's ever been clutch is on the field, which is weird because he's projected to be a horrible, horrible fielder. But he's been clutch out there at the plate. Not really. So I think they should have traded him personally and started Kyle Manzardo now. But I'll let the GM and the manager do what they think is best for this team right now. And I think, as much as I say that, I can agree that maybe the best for the team right now is trying to get some of these guys' values up so they can throw on one of them bad contracts and get someone they want, Get some prospects. That's what they need. The scouting department needs to do too. Is get some starting pitching and other prospects, but mostly starting pitching. So anyway, we end the fifth. Now stepping up to the plate, Veronica Marr. She is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. That is a rarity for her. She swings at that sinker in the dirt. Man, she 14 walks on the season. Second in the AL already so far in the early season. But something was going on with Veronica today. She made that weird throwing decision on the base hit earlier. She's 0 for 2 today. Maybe she should have got some rest. She swings at that pitch out of the zone too. Maybe it's the rain. As you see, it's kind of softened. Oh, right off Tyone's foot. And he's going to get up and throw it down on a knee for the out. Veronica can't beat it. 0 for 3 today for her. Ty Allen looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to stay in the game. Up next, Joanna Becker. She is 0 for 2 today, also with 2 strikeouts. And she looks absolutely silly swinging at that cutter for strike 1. Tyone has been on his game tonight so far through 5 1/3 innings. See, there are Austin Roosters 3 games back of the first place Mariners. Which the Mariners got to be happy with what happened as Joanna Becker strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, I believe. 7th for Tyone. But, hearing the Astros get kicked out and their players' contracts being purchasable, getting Yordan Alvarez and making him a first baseman is, clearly helped them out. And probably will help them out for a good long time. Freya Allen steps in, swings at that. She's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a fly out. She's already down 0-2 against Tyone, who's been absolutely working today. Through 6, got 7 strikeouts so far on the game. Freya Allen will strike out as well. Make it 8 Ks now for Tyone as the Roosters get nothing going here. We go to the bottom half. Still tied. 0-0. Bottom of the lineup coming up for the Cubs. Now stepping in, Matt Mervis. He is 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Takes that knuckleball, and Soderstrom doesn't even attempt to catch it. It's a strike, though. And then that did not look like a knuckleball, but that's what our tracker is showing us. That's the pitch he threw. Or seam fastball in. Can't get it, Burger McDonald. It's a base hit. Mervis, 2 for 2 today. 2 pretty hard hit base hits back up the middle. And then John Beaver. Yeah, only the second or third hit for the Cubs so far. As Christian Betancourt steps up to the plate, and the mascot needs to put on some pants. There are children. Put on some pants. See, that's a middle fastball. We saw John Beaver's last outing. He didn't get it. He got away with those pitches, and so far tonight, he hasn't gotten away with a lot of them. He's been throwing a lot of balls. As Betancourt takes that pitch for a strike. As he swings over the top of that curveball, make it 0-2. Knuckleball outside for a ball. Again, just not really dancing like a knuckleball should. I'm telling you, he needs to throw more changeups. They've been working tonight. And you know what? There's one right there. And see? Gets him out a little out in front. Gets him to foul it off. And that is a knuckleball, and Betancourt crushed it. It's gone. The Cubs break the 0-0 tie here in the bottom of the inning. With Christian Betancourt's second home run on the year. He makes it a 2-0 ball game. I've been talking about it these past 6 innings, and I knew something like this had to happen soon. That knuckleball had just not been working, and Betancourt just smacks it, pulls it to left field. 102 mile an hour off the bat, 374 feet. That was a low and away knuckleball too, and he yanked that thing for a home run. And that's a ball. Blue. We don't even question whether maybe or not. That is a definite. I'm marking you down on the list now for LASIK surgery. That's what, 4 or 5 umpires now? See, that's a ball, Blue. That's a ball. That first pitch, that was a strike. What is... This LASIK eye surgery list is just getting long. It's getting longer and longer by the game, it looks like. By the game, by the day. That's a strike. So the first pitch was a ball. But that one's a strike. It is confirmed. You might need double LASIK eye surgery. You might need to get you in for 2 rounds. I mean, we'll take the strike, but my God. Come on, Blue. John Beaver walks Nico Herner now. Another base runner. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Nico takes off, and he gets a great jump on the knuckleball. He was pretty much at second by the time the ball got there. And we'll show you again. And Nico, he takes off. So he's there at second. He's already almost standing up by the time the ball gets there. He had a great jump off of first. And Tauchman is going to smack the ball down the line. They're going to send Horner. Base throw is off. In the bottom of the 6th, we go from a 0-0 game to a 3-0 game. And still, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. See there, we got a Bellinger up at the plate now. That knuckleball, again, not knuckling. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why we keep letting John Beaver throw that knuckleball. I'm telling you, I don't know why we are. And now Talkman takes off, and he is in there, safe at second. Second stolen base of the inning so far. Talkman's 4th of the year. Cubs right now in the bottom of the 6th. Just taking advantage of this team. See their manager saying for the broadcast, looking like John Beaver's tired. And you know, I don't blame him. He's had a heck of a time here in the bottom of the 6th. Cody Bellinger. Get him out of here, coach. Get him out. This has got to be his last batter. Get him out. And Bellinger strikes out on the up fastball. John Beaver's 3rd of the game. Seiya Suzuki is coming up to the plate. And, yeah, it looks like before he comes out, though, manager gonna make a pitching change. That'll do it for John Beaver. Goes 5 1/3, 3 runs. Coming in, Kyle Nicholas, the newest pitcher for the Roosters. Got him in the trade from the Pirates. You see his stats last year with the Pirates. Not great. They're hoping they can turn that around for our Roosters, though. And you're about to see a lively fastball come from him. Ooh, see right there, 97. And that's on the lower end for him. See, he throws a curveball in the dirt for a ball. There, see right there, 100, triple digits on the fastball. I've not seen that from a Roosters pitcher yet this year, in the hundreds. Ooh, and that slider. Suzuki barely able to foul it off there. 98 at the top of the zone. Slider is going to ground out to Carla Quinn, though, for the 2nd out. Talkman does move to 3rd, though. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Isaac Paredes is going to step up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Ooh, that is a dangerous pitch, but at 99, Paredes not looking for it, apparently. Lucky on that one. Another curveball's in the dirt. 101. Woo! Nicholas is pumping gas out there. He is excited, I guess, to be on a new team and actually be throwing in the majors. Paredes is going to take that slider and ground it past Carla Quinn for a base hit. And Freya Allen's going to throw it to first base, too. This has been so far a weird game for our Roosters here. Our team. So another run scores. It is now 4-0 Cubs. That run will be accounted towards John Beaver, not Kyle Nicholas. So his ERA still stays at 0 for the season so far. And John Beaver's continues to climb. Another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh man, excuse me. Another curveball in the dirt. 101 at the top of the zone, but it is a ball. Check swing. He did not go. So Kyle Nicholas now with a walk here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Cubs are not going away yet. They are still fighting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dansby Swanson now up 99 on the fastball for strike 1. We are If Dansby Swanson gets on base, the Cubs will have batted around here in the bottom of the 6th. He takes that curveball, fouls it off for strike 2. And Kyle Nicholas get out of this. He can! Swinging at the way outside slider for out number 3. His first strikeout on the year for the Roosters. But the Cubs strike hard here in the bottom of the 6th. It is now a 4-0 ball game. With the middle of the order coming up for the Roosters. Now up to the plate, Burger McDonald is 0 for 2 today and 0 for 4 on the series so far. We'll take that slurve for a ball. You know, this is the first time in one of these televised games we've actually seen our Roosters down and not leading or tied late in the game. Let's see if they can do something. Burger McDonald's going to get a ball, but he's going to soft fly out there to center field for out number 1. Now stepping up, Clutch McGee, who is not clutch. Last time he missed a middle slurve and grounded out. And he's going to ground out again to first base. Why do we still have him on the team? It's just crazy at this point. Alice Bowles, she is 0 for 2 today. Swings at that fastball for a strike. And looking at the manager, I think you left in Beavers a little too long there. Or you should have at least changed up your game and had him stop throwing so many knuckleballs that weren't knuckling. Well, Alice is down 0-2. And she's down 0-3. So she strikes out. I believe that is the 9th strikeout for Jamison Tyone. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Cubs lead 4-0. Stepping in to the batter's box, Matt Mervis. He is 2 for 2 today. Leading off back-to-back innings. He led off the bottom of the 6th and now the bottom of the 7th as he takes that fastball for a strike. Curveball for a ball. You don't see that often, batters leading off back-to-back innings. It's rare, but it does happen, and so far it has happened tonight. The Cubs being up 4-0. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he's going to pop it up. Bay is going to get there, make the play against the wall for the out. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. As Kyle Nicholas continues to pitch. We flash you back to last inning where Christian Betancourt untied this game. To start off the rally in the bottom of the 6th for the Cubs there, you see the 2-run shot. The middle, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and Mavis missed it. 92 on the slider. Whew. That's a pitch location where he pulled that knuckleball, but the slider just catches him. Grounds out to McDonald, so no home run again this time for Betancourt as he grounds out to short for the out. 2 away. Nico Horner back up to the plate. 0 for 2 today with a walk and a stolen base. He also scored a run on Mike Tauchman's base hit. He takes that 100-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. And you know, Kyle Nicholas, he adds another dynamic to this bullpen as I look and see, wow, Padres winning 16-0 against the Rockies. Machado has a home run and 6 RBIs. Dang. Anyway, grounds out to McGee for the out. We'll finish my thought at the top of the 8th as the Cubs still lead 4-0. Bottom of the order coming up for the Roosters. No. Alright, we are back as Tyler Soderstrom leads off the inning. But my point at the bottom half, Kyle Nicholas, he adds another piece to this bullpen. As we get a look at the first pitch for Soderstrom, as he swings and fouls that off for strike one. Sorry about the potential weird audio thing. I don't know what the audio truck is doing out there, but Soderstrom is gonna line that into right field for a base hit. So he is 6 for 7 to start out the year so far for him. So we got a leadoff single. Carla Quinn up to the plate now. She swings at that cutter for strike one. 1 for 2 today. 1 for 5 in the series. Got a single back in the 5th. Again, like I said, she's got that starting spot at second base, and she has been taken off since Joanna moved over to third. She's going to smack one into left, and it's going to get down there for a base hit. Our Austin Roosters potentially finally have something going here. 2 on, no out in the top of the 8th. Let's hope they don't screw it up. Jihan Bay steps to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today with a base hit. So he takes that fastball for a strike. 0-1. That talking to the GM about getting him, we like him here, is what he said. As he can play anywhere on the field, so that's good. As Jihan Bay flies deep into right center for the out, but it's gonna move up. Tyler Soderstrom, the third, for a chance to score a run, our team. But Veronica Mars has not been having a great day today at the plate. Let's hope she can turn that around right here and get a hit, score a run, keep that hit streak alive. This may be your last chance to get 12-game hit streak. Carla Quinn takes off for second, and she is in there very easily for her first stolen base of her career and on the year. So now we got runners at second and third with only 1 out. So now the double play is not in effect. See if Veronica Mars can do something here. She's 0 for 3 today so far, but she can make all that up with a base hit right here. Takes a 4-seam in the dirt for a ball. Let's see what happens here on the next pitch. She fouls it off. Keep the at-bat alive. Probably mad with herself. That's a very, very good hittable pitch for her. She's just a little early on it. And she finally lays off a fastball up there. Good. Maybe she's starting to feel better as the rain has stopped. It's been stopped for a bit. And never mind. Veronica Mars has got the 3rd strikeout on the game for her. 10th for Jamison Tyone. She gets the sombrero today for 3 strikeouts in the game. Someone else who has the sombrero on right now is Joanna Becker. She has also striked out 3 times today. Let's hope she can finally get this done. We need some runs on the board. And she's going to look silly swinging at that slurve for strike 1. Tyone has had a lot of swings like that today for the Roosters. Joanna Becker, she's going to get it into left field for a base hit. Carla Quinn coming around the throw. Not in time. Joanna Becker, 2-out base hit, gets the Roosters on the board. They are only down by 2 runs now, as it's a 2-4 ball game. Roosters not out yet. And you see Craig Counsell there. He's going to come out and signal the end of the day for Tyone. And what a game it was today. 10 strikeouts, no walks, I believe. Only 2 runs. The runs that he just gave up to Joanna Becker's base hit. But what a game. What a game for Tyone. He was on tonight. Now coming in, they're bringing in their closer, Keegan Thompson. He is 9 for 9 in save opportunities. He's pitched 9 innings. He's given up no runs. No runs at all. He's been looking good so far this year as Freya Allen fouls that one off. See 0 for 3 today. She was way ahead of that pitch. Oof, missed one there. She is down in the hole quickly. 0-2. And she strikes out. Keegan Thompson quickly comes in and gets the out. They score though. It's 2-4 ball game. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Now coming in Harley Pickles. Trying to keep things close. She's been in 10 games, 1-1 record, 3 holes, 9 2/3 innings, a 1.86 ERA, a 31% strikeout rate. Righties hitting 167. Lefties hitting, I believe that said 148. She takes the first pitch, and that's a strike. Next pitch coming up is a ball. One of these young players having a good year so far in the bullpen. There's a rare pitch to see right there, the palm ball for strike 2. Fouls that curveball off. Keep the at-bat alive. Next pitch coming. See, fouls that one off 2. Keeping this at bat alive. Takes that for a ball. He's battling up there. 6 pitches so far this at bat. It's going to fly and just out of the reach of Burger McDonald for a base hit. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 8th for the Cubs. Bellinger now up. Takes that for a ball. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout in his last at bat. You know, Harley Pickles, like I said, she's young. She's having a good year so far. And, you know, the team likes her. She's good. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm lost in thought watching this game. But yeah, no, she's having a good year, you know. Before this team became a major league team, she was a hairdresser. You know, she worked at a salon, you know. She cut, styled hair, and now she's having a pretty good start to the season so far in the bullpen. As Cody Bellinger is going to smack that down the line for a base hit. Ji-hwan Bae is going to throw it offline, and the runners are going to advance to third and second. Wow. Okay, well, not a great start to the bottom of the eighth. May have spoke a little too soon. This, they say every pitcher has a bad game every once in a while, and this one might be it for Harley Pickles, as they intentionally walk to get the bases loaded. See if they can get a double play going. That Vulcan change is in there for a ball. Now, Vulcan change, if you guys don't know what that pitch is, it's a changeup, but it's thrown in between. You grip it pretty much with your hand, but the way you whip it into the strike zone is through in between your middle and ring finger, kind of like the Vulcan goodbye in Star Trek. That's why it's called the Vulcan change. I don't know why it took so long for me to explain that. I could have said it's a changeup thrown in the grip of the Vulcan thing from Star Trek, but I had to make it complicated. As Paredes flies out again, but brings in another run. There's one out, but there's still runners on first and third, and a run in, making it a 5-2 ball game. As Ian Happ steps up to the plate. Takes a Vulcan change for a ball. And then a 12-6 curve for a ball. Back in my day when I played baseball and didn't announce, I could throw 2 curve balls. I threw it from a knuckle curve grip off my knuckle, and I could throw it for a big, bendy, sharp breaking ball, kind of harder, or I could throw it for a 12-6 curve and drop it from top to bottom. I could throw it 2 different ways. But sadly, I'm not here on the field. I'm here in the announcing booth. As that ball is up the middle, base hit. Another run scores, and he's just going to take third base. No one's going to stop him. It's another run scored for the Cubs. It is a 6-2 ball game now on the Ian Happ base hit. Still only 1 out, and runners on first and third again for the Cubs. That'll bring up Dansby Swanson. He is 0 for 3 today. And they are actually going to walk him. Go for a lefty on lefty matchup. See if they can get a ground ball or something. Keep this a somewhat close game. As Mervis takes that for a ball. See there, bases loaded. We got Suzuki on third, Happ on second, and Swanson on first. So that Vulcan changes right down the plate for a strike. Guess these Cubs can be patient. Let the pitcher come to them. The swings over the top of that palm ball. If you don't know what a palm ball is out there, folks, a palm ball is it's basically a changeup, but it's thrown from the palm of your hand. You pretty much palm the entire ball. As the manager looks out and gives us a tip on the broadcast that pitcher might be getting a little tired, but just gonna get Mervis to strike out. Finally, the second out of the inning. And you see Betancourt coming in. And the manager's going to go out and make a change. Hunter Marks coming into the game. Another surprising bullpen arm. He's in 8 games, 0-1 record, 2 holds, 14 in the third innings, 1.88 ERA, only a 2% walkout rate because that isn't his thing. Righty's hitting 214, lefty's hitting 200 off of him. And Christian Betancourt absolutely crushes another ball. This one to left center, and that is a grand slam. As the once great Dave Niehaus said for the Seattle Mariners, Grandma, break out the rye, break out the mustard. It's grand salami time. And this game has been blown wide open as the Cubs now take a 10-2 lead. I guess the Wrigley Field is not their place today. You see they're absolutely crushing that ball to left center. He knew it off the bat. 108 miles an hour, 403 feet. And yeah, he just absolutely smashed that ball. And now the lead is absolutely been smashed. Veronica Mars goes, dives, can't make the catch, and Nico Hoerner's got speed. He's a rounding second, heading to third. Throw in by Bay is there, and they're going to hold Hoerner at third. So after the grand slam, a triple here with 2 outs, and the Cubs are just not going away, folks. They are just not going away. So, Tachman takes a circle change there for strike 1. Fouls off a fork ball. Strike 2. Now, the difference between a fork and splitter is not how they break, but just how you grip. Splitter is you got your 2-finger split mostly. A fork ball is where you pretty much are down at the mid to lower point of holding the ball in between your 2 fingers. So it's basically the same pitch, but the grip between them is just a little lower if you didn't know. As Tachman's going to ground out to Burger McDonald, and the 8th inning finally comes to an end. They score 6 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Cubs up now 10-2. Stepping up Burger McDonald now. You know, we've seen our team win like this a lot so far this year on these televised games. It's a bit weird seeing it from the other half. The pitching staff just did not have it tonight as Burger McDonald grounds out to first for the first out. But it's just weird seeing this from the opposite side, being spoiled so far this season, seeing our team do this, and it's just a sight. Now up to the plate, out number 2. Clutch McGee. But we know he's probably going to be the second out here very shortly in this at bat. But oh look, he's looking at pitches. Maybe he's decided he can't hit the ball right now, so he's just going to stare at it. Yep, it's 3 pitches, 3 stared at balls, which, you know, that was a hittable pitch, but he probably realized he wouldn't have been able to hit it anyway. Oh, no, he's swinging. He swings at that one for strike 2. He's battling, but don't worry. The second out is coming right here. Yep, there it is. He strikes out. Oh, no, he fouled it off, apparently. I did not see the ball go anywhere. But he fouled that. Nope, that one is. There it is. That's the one he misses. All right, well, there's out number 2, like we said. Just go sit down, Clutch McGee. Just go sit down. We're broadcast right here. He's annoyed with you. Just get out of here. Alice Bowles, she's 0 for 3 today. She swings at that for strike 1. It's looking hopeless here, folks. I don't think our team is going to come back. I don't think they got a rally in them. But you never know. Baseball is weird. But we do have 2 outs. And an absolutely horrid swing from Alice Bowles. We are now down to our final strike of the game. And Alice Bowles is going to ground out to Dansby Swanson at short. Throws over, and the Cubs win big here against the Roosters. They win 10-2. John Beaver did not have it today on the mound. That knuckleball was not knuckling. Harley Pickles comes in after a great performance by newly acquired Kyle Nicholas, and she doesn't have it. And then Hunter Marks gives up the big goal grand slam to Christian Betancourt to seal the deal in the bottom of the 8th. See there the highlight. There's Betancourt's first home run in the rain. And there's our only offensive contribution, Joanna Becker. I want to thank you for joining today's broadcast. It's a one in the loss column for our Roosters, but that's okay. We'll hope to see you next time. Bye. Well, how about that, everybody? Our first official loss recorded. That's normally sometimes how my games go. Off screen. The offense felt like what I'm normally used to. Pitching, I did not change the pitching difficulty at all. I guess just the CPU decided to swing away today as we gave up two home runs to Christian Betancourt. Two to Christian Betancourt, who at one point was almost turned into a reliever and is now back. Like, I just want to go check his stats real quick. I don't care. Let's go to the Cubs. Like, okay, I mean, I guess he does have decent power. They gave him an overall buff on this version of the roster. I did not know that. I did not know that. Because last time I checked, his power was like 40 and 40. I did not know he got a little buff. Okay, so it makes a little more sense. Sorry for talking super crap about you, Christian Betancourt. I did not know you got that overall boost. We are gonna, I guess, end it there. Got swept by the Cubs. Speedy's back. We're gonna do next game. Look, against Colorado. In Colorado, the final pitcher we have not seen pitch in the series so far, Carly Spears, will be up next. I hope to see you there, folks. Remember, if you liked the video, like it and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.